Because you're an author, because you're somebody who has a way with words, I want to do a short rapid fire on a political subject, which is the contenders for the PM's job in 2024. And I want you to describe in one sentence each of the contenders. Rahul Gandhi.
Pretender.
Kejriwal.
Huh?
Kejriwal.
I'll accept any of the two comments that came from there.
No, it's your version.
अरे यार क्या बोल रहे हो? At least in the case of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, I mean, in his previous generations contributed to the freedom movement, etc. अब बाकी उन लोगों को नाम ला रहे हो, तो ये मैं if it's a serious rapid fire, I'll give you my words.
Yes, it is serious.
I accept either of the two comments which came from your
One
distinguished...
was a liar and another was... Okay. Mamata Banerjee. बड़ा टाइम लगा रहे हो ये rapid fire question है.
No, I don't think she herself wants to be, you know, there is a large group of them there. Why are you leaving out Nitish? Why are you leaving?
I'm coming to them. So Mamata Banerjee first.
All of them put together don't add up to 1%.
1% of what?
Of prospects. Exactly. और कुछ और भी ले लो साथ में.
KCR?
Huh?
KCR.
Is within that 1%.
नीतीश कुमार?
मैंने शुरू किया था वहां से. नीतीश कुमार, the lady from West Bengal, KCR, KTR, सबको लगा लो 1%.
And Narendra Modi.
Well, look, I'll just put it to you this way, that any analysis you do, he will be judged by the fact that he was a hands-on chief minister of one state which recorded an economic performance in those 12 years, and he would have completed 10 years as a Prime Minister of India, during which India moved from the 10th position in terms of global positioning to the 5th position. And if the economy is at 3.8 trillion and the next two economies, Germany and Japan, are at 4.1 and 4.3, and if we've grown at 7.2% last fiscal year, if that is maintained, we will be the third largest economy well before his third term is over. So that is the choice. Now, I respect electorates. I have been involved in student activism, university politics. I've been amongst the people. A reasonable person presented these two choices. Let's say put all the others together, etc. And Narendra Modi ji, I think the choice is clear. And I think you're looking not at just a victory, a very comfortable one, and I'll give you the figure.
Okay. Okay, there's one minister who's willing to put the number out there. 303 last time, 282
303 I said last time. This time I'll say 330.
330 seats in 2024. Well, that's a big one, and you're writing a book, I'm sure.
I'm not writing a book. I don't have time to write a book, but let me tell you two things that you must always remember. The Indian electorate, especially when it's looking at who will be the head of governance for the next 5 years in a Lok Sabha election, tends not to focus on, you know, in a state assembly election, they are my caste, my Jatwala, my, you know, local issues that you got the ticket, I didn't get it, you know, and that kind of thing. But at the national level, the issues are too serious, because you have issues of national security, you have issues of economic growth, and this time I'm telling you that there is a reclaiming of that 7,000-year-old civilizational thing which I mentioned to you, and now people realize that's what Kartavya Path, the new parliament, and by the way, Ram Temple is also coming up.
Well, on that note, thank you very much, Mr. Hardeep Puri, for putting it out there. Absolutely not playing defensive. This one's hit out of the park. A sixer in 2024. Is that what we are going to get? Audience, what do you think? Huge round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Hardeep Puri, for joining me.